afternoon. I have not been on here in a while because we've all been dealing with this unfortunate coronavirus. Sorry, I just went walking with my daughter because she's supposed to do PE every day, so we either do walking mainly. We were doing a little bit of swimming, but then the springs got closed, but the parks are still open, just not to go on the playground, which she's not been doing. We've either been skateboarding, walking, swimming, or bike riding, even though it's pretty hot. And this is basically just to catch you up. I do have some wine that I'm going to have tonight with my pork chops. I haven't had any wine in a couple days. And I did talk about on my last video my new carafe, I think it's called. I really like that. And I've let this wine be open for an hour. Not sure if I did this one, but I'm also just briefly talking about it and basically talking about how I'm doing. I want to know how you're doing, how you're hanging in there with this, and having a glass of wine, because it's been a couple days. Of course, I haven't done promos in a month. Don't know when that's going to go back. I have promos that I'm supposed to do that were canceled, promos that I'm supposed to do in May. Who knows when that's going to get back to normal. I have still been tutoring. I don't think my daughter's going to go back to school. They're saying May 1st, but there's only a month left of school, so we'll see. And I've been taking some elderberry, and if you want to get a hold of me to, I live in Florida, so I don't know if she ships it or if someone's around me, but I've been taking this elderberry syrup by one of my friends that makes it, and it's got the elderberry, distilled water, ginger, cinnamon, clove star, anise, turmeric, rosemary, calendula. I do not know that one, so it's Calendula, lemon and organic blue agave. So every day we take, me and my daughter, a spoonful of this, and then if we bring the bottle back, we get $1 off the next one. And she's also making me some bath bombs. She's given me a couple free. Some of them have some bee pollen, and she's given me some to put in my daughter's Easter baskets, because I usually have that done, and I just finally got that done this week. Finally got this that I kept forgetting about for my girls to do eggs. They're bigger, but they still like to do this. Teenagers, but, well, one's almost a teenager and one's a teenager. So we're going to do our normal Easter things, which is usually be here, be in our backyard. Our church is having a drive-thru church. We did go through a DriveThru Movie last night. We thought it was another movie, but it was pretty good. We are going to go there next Wednesday, but mostly my days have been consisting of the students that I'm still tutoring, my daughter's work and getting all that ready and helping her, cleaning, food, going to get food, basically like the school's still giving food for the kids for lunch and breakfast. And then today I tried to make sure I don't have to go back to the grocery store for a while, because I finally started wearing a mask, because you know how we were told not to. So I just wear it when I go into stores, and I have this as well. I was going to make my own because I have aloe plants, and all you really need is aloe and alcohol, which I still am going to do, but the alcohol's been off the shelf to try to make any of this hand sanitizer. So she has 2 of them that she made as well, but she also puts lemon in them. So they're very nice, and of course I'm always like doing this. We're all into that. I take my antibacterial for kills viruses, and I wipe down my doorknobs every day. I mean, I'm not trying to be a fanatic, but at the same time, I don't know if I've said this before, but I feel like I've had that virus in December. I do believe I even talked about how sick I had been. I had all the symptoms, and I was sick the whole month of December, and it was the worst I ever felt. But I know that my Scotch whiskey that I had promoted and then had a coupon on was really helped me. And then I saw an ad from a German doctor, I believe, that said whiskey is good for you. Of course the zinc, of course vitamin C, keep your hand sanitizer. I was even taking honey, and I actually forgot to get some today when I went to the grocery store, but I'm going to get that coming up the next time I go, or get my husband to get it, because I'm getting tired of having to go into the stores. So pretty much I think I've gotten everything. I've still got that Scotch whiskey left, the Glenlivet, which you have to check that video out. I still have 5 wines, but all of them I've reviewed from actually doing promos. This Josh Cabernet Sauvignon, I think I've even done 2, but I'm drinking some of this today because, like I said, it's been a while since I've had wine. And this has, I believe I did some, but not this one. I know I did Josh because I've done this a lot for many years, but it was like recent. I did other videos, but I want to say it might have been the red blend and the Pinot Noir, but I'm not sure. But of course, he always says, I created my wines as a tribute to my dad, Josh. He's always on my mind. It's Joshua Carr, founder and son. And it says, our Cabernet Sauvignon was the first wine we made. This is the wine that started it all, setting the exact standards that we hold ourselves to for all our varieties. Round and juicy. I do remember that I did like this Cabernet. I meant to actually already pour this in here. I don't know if I'll be... Usually lately, because yeah, there's a lot going on, but at the same time it's all mainly at home or through driving through to get the school stuff, or driving through to get the school packets, or only going through drive-thrus, or briefly going into the stores. We don't really get up real early. I mean, I get up earlier than my daughter, but I don't really feel the need to get up real early. I know closer to the time of when she's going to go back, yeah, we'll do that. But we don't really start like our day until like 9 or 10 now. Even though, like I said, I'm usually up earlier than that. Sometimes I'm not. And then I try to tutor in the mornings now, and then, you know, go to the schools, get what we need, come back and have our breakfast and lunch, and then she usually does her work anywhere from 2 to 4 hours, usually 2 hours. There was one day it was 4 hours. And yes, I tutor and teach, but it's always kind of harder with your own kids. It's been pretty good. She's been pretty good the whole time. There was one day, because she's starting to do geometry and math, I only had to go to summer school twice for it. And out of all 3 of my degrees, I had to take college algebra twice, because the first time I got 69 and then the second time I got an 83. Unless I'm really doing that geometry and formulas, I don't really remember that. I remember like percentages, money. I know how much change I'm going to get back. I know percentages. I know budgets. I do my own taxes forever. But those formulas, so that's why I was like, it's time for some wine. And then I never gotten into what actually ended up happening with my mom and them. I kind of did, but I will get into that when I am more in the mood to talk about it. But we tried to get along, and things went on that they came to me about getting along. But she gave me some dishes, and she recently gave me this wine glass, and I have not used it yet. It's very nice and thick. And it has the grapes and I believe an apple, and it looks like a peach and cherries. It's very nice. I got 2 of them. And of course she gave me the carafe. I love these. They really aerate in your alcohol. Like this has been open because we went walking for an hour. This has almost been open, the bottle, for almost 2 hours. This has only been sitting there a little bit, but at least it's been open. And of course you want to wash that the same way, hot, and then rinse it with cold. Of course you want to take the stem, this is a thick stem compared to my other ones, and kind of swirl it around. It's definitely a darkish, like purplish red. Very juicy and smooth. You can definitely like some cinnamon and spice. Oh, it says toasted hazelnut. I wouldn't have gotten that right off the bat, but that is the unique taste. And the good thing is these were $9.99, and they're usually $16.99, so I got 4 from a day off. And 2 of the bottles that I got should have been how much I paid for all 4 bottles. So if you have Winn-Dixie around you, that's definitely the best way to go. Especially for me not doing, pour a little bit in there for later, not doing the promos so much. Well, I do want to get back to my crimes, but I don't think I'm going to be doing that until all this is over, because I had so much going on in my life prior that it's just, right now, I probably get on here and there. I would like to start doing some more recipes. Tonight I'm cooking pork chops. Probably most of you know how to make pork chops. I have a variety of ways I usually make them, but I don't think I'm going to bake them tonight. I think I'm going to make them like I usually do, and kind of like saute them, not necessarily fry them, but with a little bit of oil and butter, slightly floured, because we haven't really had a lot of fried. So cheers, stay safe, and let's make it through this.